Everybody, it's the 6th of August 2015. It's Dan here from Essex, United Kingdom. Just want to do a video today on how to grow runner beans in a small space. So, you can see here up against this fence, I have some runner beans growing. Now, this is a variety called Enorma. Now, they seem to be doing quite well. They seem to like it here. And this fence here gets a little bit warm, so it does give the beans a little bit of extra heat, which can be beneficial. They don't like too much. This doesn't face south, but I believe it gets about 4 or 5 hours of sunlight a day, which is nice. Now you can see that we've got plenty of flowers on them, and the beans are starting to form nice. Now there's only about 1 or 2 plants growing up each cane. So you want to support them with canes with lovely flowers, and this space would be otherwise wasted. So you can see here that we've got, 20 centimetres maybe of ground, and to be honest, it's really not the best ground at all down here. But it's been, the usual enriched with horse manure, compost, coffee ground, that sort of thing, to make it hold moisture and more nutrients. But you can grow runner beans if you just have a very small space. I mean, imagine if you just had, from this fence post to here where my foot is, you could get maybe 3, 4, 5, even 6 runner bean plants up there. And again, you would only have to maybe even make the purchase of the seeds once, and then you can save some seeds for next year. So there's so many things you can do with just being a little bit resourceful. And so we've got some nice beans here. So really, a lot of it's about making use of space. So that's some runner beans here, and here in the garden, you have to excuse that it's a little bit overgrown, but that's the time of year, never mind. And we've got some more runner beans. Very crunchy. I don't want to let them get too big, because then they get stringy. I've got runner beans here. And runner beans like water. They like a lot of water. Obviously not too much, because you don't want the roots to rot, but in a sort of dry location like Essex, you definitely need to ensure they're well watered, and enrich the ground with horse manure and some good quality compost. And you can hope for good crops. Now the bees love these. And here we go. And here as well. So I'm going to be sort of uploading some videos with regards to growing things in confined spaces, because many people nowadays don't have big gardens, or they only want to have a small vegetable garden to see how they get on. So you can see in this garden we've got the gooseberries, which you may remember I've uploaded some videos on. We've got some potatoes in some buckets there. These are varieties Sarpo Mira. Another gooseberry bush, some rhubarb, and another gooseberry bush. Now ignore that over there, that's a hazelnut set by a squirrel. Probably dig that up and move it when it's dormant. And raspberry canes there, look. And that's your runner beans. Now behind me, loads of these. These are climbing French beans, variety Blue Lake. These really have done well. I'm amazed. I have grown these before, but never have they done this well. These are nice in stir fries. I don't know if anyone in a tropical or a warmer location is listening to this, but these can, to a degree, replace yard-long beans. So these are lovely. Once again, the ground is enriched with horse manure. Okay, if there is any questions, in fact what I can do actually is I'll probably show you some other little things going on. Right, now behind me you can see these are yard-long beans. Now you may remember when I set these earlier in the earlier part of the year. Now they're actually starting to come into flower now. Now it's a little bit later than I would have liked, but yard-long beans, you know, traditionally aren't grown in the UK. Certainly not out in the garden anyway. But so I've grown them in this polytunnel where it's, you know, obviously a lot warmer than average. It didn't help the colder temperatures late July, but you can see here, look, they are starting to come into flower, which I am happy with. So I've got runner beans, French beans, and hopefully, all being well, later on in the season, yard-long beans. So beans are good this year around here. And if there is any questions, once again, they're growing up these canes. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Speak soon.